embroidery, glass etching, and corporate awards.
Come and experience our huge variety of games, awards, and athletic apparel, all under one roof. Gebhardt's, Airport Road, Allentown.
And welcome back to Playdrome Rose Bowl. We've got our first match. And in this match this afternoon, it is Owen Darby. He will be taking on Ryan Galli. Galli in the blue. Darby hopes the color of his jersey there, gray, is not the afternoon for him. He's been doing well, made it into the 5th spot. Both these guys, Pat, actually jumped in here with 2 big games in their 6th game.
Yeah, Ryan shot 279 to close out his qualifying. He actually had 533 for his 2 games in the semifinals, and Owen Darby finished with 277 and 515? Or yes, 515 for his 2 games. So both averaged over 250 in the semifinals to get here today.
So here is Ryan Galli, our first look at him in an event on 2 Sports, as he'll bowl on lane 3. And Pat, some big numbers today. You had to bowl well to make it into the top 5. Actually, had to bowl well to make it into the field for the semifinals.
Yeah, the cut score today was plus 78, which was a little over almost a 220 average, a little 10-pin there for Ryan to start.
So he'll leave a 10-pin on the first shot. Not maybe the way he wanted to start it, but get the nerves out of the way. Pick up a single pin spare here on lane 3, and good to go.
Yeah, you can see switch balls as we've gone over before in our Masters telecast and previous George Morgan tournament events.
And this is Galli again, sets up. Lane 3. Straight at it, a little problem. He punches it down. Good job by Galli. And here's Owen Darby, our first look at him. Owen Darby, a Lehigh Valley Masters champion. We'll throw out a little plug there for junior bowling. So he's been on the lanes being successful for quite a while.
Yep. He actually won the Masters in 2010. Starts with a strike. Good shot by Owen.
Owen Darby carries lane 4, just what he wanted to do, continue that big string where he had, I think he had the 277 coming into this game. There's a look. 238 average. And also won the Lehigh Valley Masters champion, something my broadcast partner can relate to very well. And that, of course, gets you some experience. So I don't think he'll have any nerves here being on TV.
Nope, and this is the center in which he won that championship on this pair of lanes. So
once a double, tries to wave it up, kicks out, gets a split though. Not what he wanted after that strike. Wanted, of course, double up, would have put him in the driver's seat early in the match. And here is Darby, looks to convert.
He's going to try to slide the, go to the right side of the 3-pin there and slide it over into the 7.
Got the 3-7, a split. Left-hander out, a little too high on the 3. Carries the 1, so he'll have 28 through 2. Here comes Galli. Ryan Galli from Binghamton, New York. A little bit of a drive ahead of him. Age 22, current average 230, does have a 300 game, and like most of the players that we're going to see today, owns an 821 career high series.
You can see Ryan's playing a deep inside line on the right.
Leaves a single pin too, so he comes up with 2 single pins here in the first 2 frames. Great tournament here today. 180 players, Pat, came out. The Gebhardt scratch singles. We want to thank John Gebhardt, all the sponsors. We'll run through our sponsors as the show goes on. There you see 800 series and 20 300 games. Although not a chance right now in this game, as both players have converted spares. It picks up his second spare, goes 9 spare, 9 spare. Throw the ball pretty hard, Pat. Looks like both of the players.
Yeah, the modern game has changed where it's players tend to be a little bit more powerful and they're going to be throwing the ball harder. Right now there's no re-oils during the day today, so the lanes are going to be a little bit beat up, but we definitely have the possibility we could see some good scores on the finals today. Scores have been high throughout the day. for the event. Took 252 over for 6 games. It's 242 average, so they're knocking down some pins.
Here it is. It's Galli back on lane 3, left a 9. Count his first time around it. Oh, goes with a 4-7. Ball looked pretty good, but not a good break, a good result.
No, he was a little bit high. He could have easily gotten a better break and carried a strike there, but leaves the 4-9. So he's going to try to slide the 4-pin across. He'll be shooting to the left side here. Once again, he switches balls. He's actually lining up pretty straight. So this ball's going to go down the left side of the lane, it looks like.
And to our viewers here, really the only true tap you can leave, Pat, on a good shot. Everything else is just kind of a bad break or bad angle in the pocket. So the 4-9, though, was a good hit, just a costly one.
Yeah, it was definitely a bad break. The ball was a little bit high, but from the angle at which he's playing right now, he's extremely far in on the right. You know, the Owen's a little bit further to the left, on the left side of the lane. They don't have to get nearly as deep.
And here is Owen Darby. Looks good on that shot and carries his second strike of the match. After the split comes back, so that ball in the second frame could have been big. He could have started out with a triple. As a few lanes away, we see Augie Quattrini. He is in the 3rd slot, tuning up for his match with the winner of this match, as Darby steps in on lane 3.
You notice Owen's using the full approach.
Waves it on and likes that one, and does come up with the double here in the 3rd and 4th frame of our opening game.
Yeah, take a 13-pin lead at this point.
This is the Gebhardt Scratch Singles Tournament.
Co-sponsored by Bootsy's Deli.
Bootsy's Deli, Playdrome Rose Bowl also in there as a sponsor.
Vending shop.
Of course, 2 Sports here. Also a sponsor, as we see Galli on lane 4. Needs to rally with a strike of his own to keep it close early.
It's a good shot.
And does carry there. No split at all as he cleans the deck, sends everything into the pit, and really kind of, Pat, you don't want to say a match can get out of hand here, but you want to try and stay as close as you can to your opponent. Those frames will get limited.
Yeah, these are one-game matches, so the frames will go by. You don't have time. As we would in the Masters, you know, you can kind of feel out the lanes in the first game and try to pick it up in game 2 or 3. But this is 10 frames. That's it. You know, you got to go. This is a sprint. This isn't a marathon.
And here it is, Galli over on lane 3. Wants to double. He's got 2 single-pin spares. He's left a 10-pin and a 6-pin on some pretty good shots. That looks pretty clean too. And the 10 again rears its head here in the 5th frame for Galli.
He's made pretty good shots here. 3 of the 5 frames. He got a bad break, actually 4 of the 5. He got a bad break there in the 3rd frame, but if you notice, he's actually setting the ball further left on the lane at the foul line than what Owen Darby is right now. He's playing the very middle of the lane. Good spare.
Picks up the spare, goes 65 through 4. But 88 could be on the table here for Owen Darby if he can carry these 2 strikes in the 5th and 6th frame. First match. Left-hander Darby looks pretty calm out there, Pat, for a guy going for a $2,000 first place check on top.
Yeah, he's one of our younger bowlers.
Looked pretty nice there. He's getting some good lift on the ball, getting a good sequence down the lane, and he's got that break point to exactly where he wants it.
Yeah, he's making good. He's repeating shots, and we always talk about that. You know, make sure you can repeat shots. And right now, he's just in a zone for himself where he's just making smooth deliveries, high ball, keeping the ball speed up, keeping the rev rate up, making good shot, ball after ball.
Owen Darby right now plus 23, wants to get the 4-bagger. Kind of liked it when he let it go, but then he questioned it a little, but no problem as he's run the 4 strikes from the 3rd through the 6th frame.
Yeah, he had the little hiccup there in the 2nd. but got past that. There's nothing you can do about it. Through the next 4 really good shots. Right now, time's a little, as we said, time's getting a little late for Ryan Galli. He's going to have to start striking here, and I would say if he doesn't throw possibly the next 2 strikes, Owen can get up in the 7th frame there and really put the squeeze to him.
And they're bowling here. 5th place money is $500 in the event. Galli needs a strike. Looks like he let it a little short, but no way, as he gets plenty of pin action. Something sweeper there. Could have taken down had he left the 10. I think that time it wasn't going to be around, Pat.
Yeah.
Answers the bell with the big shot.
Trying to get a look at what Ryan's throwing here.
Moving over to lane 3, it's Ryan Galli.
I want to say that's a track 708A maybe.
Galli has
718A. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Here he goes. Looks good. Needed the double there. Galli has 5 800 series. And here comes Darby though. Now he wants none of keeping this close here. If he can punch 2 more, although Galli with the double brings the match back a little bit tighter. Double here keeps Owen Darby in the driver's seat here for the first time around. Again, looking pretty calm out there is Darby. Looks pretty good out of his hand. Wow.
You could tell he realized right off his hand he got the ball in just a little bit, and he was hoping it would hold pocket, and it did, but it was a little high. Leaves the 6 pin, so
Yes.
he'll try to convert this and maintain his commanding lead at this point.
So Darby comes cross lane at the 6. Shouldn't be a problem. Has plenty of room, and he'll use Pat as much of the lane as he can there.
Yep.
So 137 through 6 is Owen Darby, but needs to bounce back with a strike here because, of course, the triple now by Mr. Galli tightens things up.
Great. Ryan, if he can strike in the 8th frame, I'll cut the lead down to 22 pins.
Owen Darby, lane 3. And like that one right again out of his hand. He's got it pretty smooth. Got 157 through 7.
Yeah, right now Ryan can max out at 235, and Owen's pacing at 217. So
I have him at about a 15-pin lead right now if they both run the sheet. Of course, now in Darby's favor is the fact that he's going to bowl Pat his 9th and 10th, so he'll finish ahead of Galli.
But Ryan can get up here in the 8th and 9th frame and throw a couple of good shots and get a few strikes here. It might put a little bit of pressure on Owen.
Agreed. And talk about pressure, 2 sports bringing you bowling today. Basketball, wrestling. And leave that
break.
hurt him.
Yep, 4 pin was a little high. You could see off his hand he was looking for a little bit of help.
So spare here, as we will figure, puts him down still 23. But again, as I was mentioning, we've got wrestling, Lehigh basketball coming your way. All high school sports. We're into some wrestling finals. We're into some swimming finals. You can catch it on Sports Scene. As Mr. Galli covers that. 6 pin, almost looked like a little extra emphasis there, Pat, on that spare.
He wasn't very happy, so.
And could have had a string of 5 strikes with a couple of breaks there.
Yep, with that ring and 10 pin and the little high 4 pin.
Right, and easily could have carried.
And he also left that 4-9 in the 3rd. I mean, he hasn't thrown the ball bad. He just hasn't caught really much of a break right now. So.
And here it is, coming up in the 9th frame. Ryan Galli from Binghamton, New York, at least made the trip down here, moved into the finals, which is where you want to be in the tournament. Any tournament you're in, if you're going to make TV. And here's Mr. Galli, good crowd in the back watching.
That was a good shot.
I thought he left that short. Good call there, partner. Goes with 154, so 84. Can go 214, but I think Owen Darby can kind of shut him out here, Pat, with a couple of strikes.
Yeah, I think right now Owen just really needs to stay clean. But if he puts this one on him, just needs 2 clean frames here.
Owen Darby on lane 4 wants to close out this first match of the Gebhardt scratch singles, and wow, gets a break on a sweeper coming off the wall in the back and took that out. That was, I believe, that looked like the 9-pin went down.
I think it was the 8-pin. If we get another look at this, I believe it was the 8. Ball went right in front of it, and something came off the wall and got it.
So Darby, collective big breath there as he carries the strike that he needed, and I think this one pretty much is going to seal the deal for Mr. Darby.
He needs a mark here in the 10th frame to shut the game out. Any type of mark.
Ooh. 7-pin can be pesky.
We have a possibility
for a left-hander.
Possibility of a tie. Needs to convert this. Otherwise, Ryan can get up in the 10th frame and throw all 3, and we'll have a 2-14 tie.
And I'm assuming we'll do the atypical 9th and 10th frame roll-off. But
covers it, no problem.
That's not going to happen.
as a matter of fact, it almost looked like he was going to chase that 7-pin back out onto the lane again with some purpose.
Makes that single pin spare, so 206 can go 226 with a strike here.
So there's the winner of your first match. It's Owen Darby out of Easton area, yes. And that's where he's still there. Was there when he won the
Junior Masters.
And we don't want to say goodbye too quickly to Mr. Galli.
He has several cashes in PBA regionals, has made match play,
and won 2 tournaments this season. So he's had a good year. It continues. And he carries the strike now. Wishes he would have maybe done that. Now, Pat, I don't know.
He
maybe a little bit looser.
No, really, he didn't bowl a bad game. He threw a good game. He lost a couple of hits. Lost a couple of hits, and that 4-9 was really crucial. He wasn't able to put a big string together. You know, Owen had the 4-bagger right after his split, and Ryan was only able to double a couple times here, maybe here a triple in the 10th or not. So he'll shoot 2-0. It wasn't a bad game, you know?
Right?
So it's hard to take anything away from him. He threw it good.
And a good tournament. Again, you're coming through a field of 180 strong players. Big numbers today as they were going, and here he's going to pick up the 2. He will shoot a 202, so the first game is in the books. It goes to Owen Darby, and we'll be back with our second match after this break. And welcome back. There you see a recap of the first match. It was Owen Darby with some strikes in the middle. He went on from the 3rd frame through the 6th frame, a 4-bagger that proved to be the difference in the match. He shot 226. Ryan Galli, good effort at the end of the match, tried to come back and shot 201, but now it's match number 2. Augie Quattrini